Watercolor is a very dynamic medium. If we allow the medium to naturally behave in its own way, I think we can get surprising results with very little effort. I'm talking about making best use of wet on wet procedures, wet on wet watercolors. The artwork that you see on the screen is painted taking the best advantage of the wet on wet behavior in creating the entire background. I will explain the entire process throughout the rest of the video. Hi friends, I am VanidasMangathil and let us learn watercolors together. We will be starting with no fixed idea. We will just do a lot of watercolor washes, watercolor wet on wet washes, and let the thing happen out of control, and let us accept whatever happens on the paper. Okay, once things are formed on the paper as a result of watercolors natural behavior of wet on wet, we will then evaluate whatever happened on the paper, and then we will decide what we need to add to make it little interesting, little bit of how can we add some story to that, and how can we make it as overall meaningful painting. So we'll be making the best use of wet on wet. Okay, so by saying this, I am not telling that we will just do it very randomly, but we will start with a very wet on wet wash, and I have made the paper very wet. It's a cold pressed watercolor paper around 300 GSM, 100% cotton, and upon the wet surface I have applied a mix of little bit of cobalt blue, little bit of burnt umber, and some touch of crimson, and at the top of the sky I have used mostly blue, cobalt blue and cerulean blue mixed. Okay, now you can see that a lot of things have formed on the paper. We see something like there is a reflection at the center, and it looks like some foliage is getting reflected. So at this point, while the paper is still wet, let me take advantage of whatever has formed, and I am applying some green color, olive green mainly, around the center. And this is something like the horizon which I have in mind now. At the beginning I didn't have this much of clarity. Now looking at the paper, looking at whatever is the idea I am getting on the things formed on the paper, I think that we can make this as a mid-level foliage or something, and the bottom portion looks like water, and I am now kind of making some wet on wet reflections. Okay, as we at the beginning we may not have much of ideas, but as things develop we can keep getting some ideas. Okay, listen to yourself, listen with to whatever is your inner voice is saying you, and listen to that, and you can then respond, evaluate it and respond. So whatever I got an inner call that this is something like some foliages at the shore of the water body, and there are some tall elements which is creating reflections, and overall this I'm trying to kind of refine that idea, and I'm trying to make it look like more of a convincing reflection. So this was not the initial plan. So the elements that I have made are just as a result of decision taken on the fly. Okay, the bottom portion of the paper is still wet, so I am sort of adding value to the our idea. I mean, that means now we see that the lower portion looks like water, so let us add some more kind of ripples or some suggestion to enhance the concept that the bottom portion is water. So these are all a series of dynamic decisions that we are taking. We didn't have anything properly in the plan. The plan, you will get more and more concrete plan as we go along. So take the best advantage of the wet on wet, and accept whatever unfolds as a result of the wet on wet, and then we are adding little bit of more and more definitive brushworks for the idea that what we are getting. Okay, now we know that we are getting the idea of foreign foliages, reflections, and water body, etc. Now let us stick to that idea and let us continue adding more and more thoughtful brushworks. Okay, so at some point we need to apply some thoughtful planned brushworks. Then because our idea needs to work as a whole. Okay, so I feel that the background is pretty clear now. So there is a sky and water reflection. I am trying to add little bit more sort of interest by suggesting some clouds. It doesn't really look like a cloud. The cloud doesn't come that blue in color. The blue that I mixed is mainly pure cobalt cerulean blue and a touch of some purple violet sort of thing. So this splashing of water is to create some interesting texture, and I have protected the bottom portion by covering it with a piece of watercolor paper. Okay, now let us make a little bit more green color by mixing olive green and maybe burnt sienna. Okay, slightly darker tone, that is what I am looking for. And I want to create some more clarity to the idea of the foreground. Okay, so I want some piece of land at at this area. See why I wanted land. It is not a well thought decision. I got that kind of a inner call from at this point. So I thought we'll make a piece of land at this the bottom area to add some more additional interesting elements there. Okay, so by adding a land there, maybe we can add some more interesting elements. Okay, that is probably the idea that I had. Okay, now I'm making some darker tones. I'm not very sure about the actual color that I want, but I wanted it to be darker. So it is mainly olive green, a touch of red, and maybe a little bit of burnt sienna to make it slightly darker tone, and some splashing of water I think can create some texture. Now overall this looks like a kind of a dreamy background to me. It all started to make sense. I'm making it completely dry so that we can now think of some details. What about adding some boat and reflection here, boat and some people at this point? I'm just evaluating. I'm not touching the pencil on the paper. I just wanted to show you that what I'm thinking. At this point, adding some figure and some boat, maybe that is a good idea. Or should we move to the left, this side? Okay. So I'm slightly inclined to keeping it away from the center, but not too much towards the edge. Maybe somewhere around this area we can have some vertical elements, some boats, etc. around this area. Maybe that is a good idea. That is what I am thinking. So at this point we need to be a little bit more clear. So let the boat begin here, and maybe it will go to this end. I think it went slightly to the center. It's okay. I should have ideally preferred it to be slightly off center, but I have painted it more towards the center. That is okay. Since we have started, we have to finish it in a convincing way. So if you think this video is going to be useful to you, you think this is helping you in improving your watercolors, please do subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell notification icon so that you get notified for my future videos. Okay, if you have any questions, suggestions, please write them into the comment box below, so that I will try to give my answers as early as possible to all of your questions and suggestions. Okay, so at this point I don't want this boat to be very very detailed, just some suggestions. Okay, so it is not a well planned out, very clear painting. See, the idea is to kind of engage our emotions, our brain, our creativity, and to kind of develop generating more ideas by doing these practices. And if you observe what is formed as a result of wet on wet, you will start getting some ideas of how we can convert that into more meaningful steps. Okay, see, the more you practice this, the more confident you will be in playing with wet on wet, and the more ideas you will get how to convert this into a meaningful thing. So I'm just adding some details. See, it doesn't really matter what exactly the details I am giving. I'm just trying to sort of make some sense, and I wanted to add something which is senseful, which is matching to the context, and that is some idea that I am listening to, and I am kind of validating those ideas, and then if I quickly feel that a particular idea will work, I'm trying to do that on the paper. So you will start trusting yourself. If you do this, you will start getting more and more ideas, and you will start trusting your ideas, and the more you trust your ideas, you will see that more and more ideas will start coming from within. So listen to yourself and listen for ideas, and quickly evaluate the idea, and if you think that this idea is going to work, then execute those ideas. You will surely improve. That is what I have my experience is. Okay. So overall, this looks good to me. I'm pretty okay with the main element, the boat and the person standing. That is the story. Maybe he is alone. He has finished his day work, and probably he's rushing back to. He's in a rush to go back home, and he's taking out whatever is in the boat to carry back to home. That is the kind of story. He is alone, and maybe that much is good. I thought of adding some line to the top of the water, but that didn't work. Okay. I think this is fair enough. I'm just thinking. See, when I move my hand on the paper, on top of the paper, and I don't make any brush marks, that means I'm thinking. Okay. And there are a lot of thinking time I have removed from the video, because ideas might take time. Okay, evaluation of the formations on the paper, and taking the what is the next step, deciding that. I mean, all those things will take time. Some of those times are edited out for the brevity of the tutorial, and at this point I think we can treat it as done. So with the tapes removed, I think we are getting some clear edge, and it is really, I feel it as pretty convincing. So we didn't spend too much of time. We have hardly spent maybe 10 minutes or so. Okay. And this is the final outcome. So I feel I'm pretty happy. I enjoyed the process. So you should enjoy that. I mean, the time you spent. You don't be hard on yourself. I mean, enjoy it. I mean, listen to your heart, and then do the watercolors playfully. Okay. So I hope this video was informative to you. Please do practice this bit on bit, and also try to paint occasionally, at least in an unplanned way, and you take decisions on the fly. You will soon find that you will enjoy the process, and you will get more and more convincing and surprising results on your paper. Okay, so thank you very much once more. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and press the bell notification. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please write them into the comment box below. And please share this to your artist friends, those who may like it. Okay, so thank you very much once again, and we'll soon see you with another video. Thank you.